All right, well, let us get right to it. So, usually you have to provide a little context with the various players because they just keep going back with their various dramas, lawsuits, fights, and so on and so forth. Mike Brown is relatively more clean slate. Basically, he was in Scientology, left, joined the military, left that, and it's really his mother that's the focus of, quote, the controversy. So, and again, I'm just saying alleged for YouTube reasons, legal reasons. The allegation is that Mike Brown's mother was abused in Scientology, and the punchline is by Jenna Miscavige's family. And where's the Mike Rinder angle or factor come in? Mike Rinder was living with Jenna's parents. So the thinking is, even though the allegation is to Jenna's parents, that Rinder witnessed or was there. He has kind of a corporate responsibility, etc., etc. So Mike Brown places the onus of helping his mother onto him. So the videos where he's basically ranting and raving and getting angry have been pulled from his channel, which is just now the norm with a lot of these SPTV people. They put out these alarming videos, and then when they get questions, they just take them away. And then they pretend nothing ever happened. And his post from months and months ago trying to explain, well, where exactly are you? Because he joined Aaron's SPTV Foundation, right, the fake charity. But he assures, no, it's a really real charity. We help many people. How many? How much money? Doesn't say. And he says, I can assure you it was a real charities. But I have to leave because the board members, they're just doing stuff does not align with my personal values. Well, that can mean many things. I mean, the thing that has gotten the most notice, of course, is Aaron being in a relationship with Jenna, even while still technically married to his wife, Heather. So they're just committing adultery in plain view, although it seems Aaron was also committing adultery with the adulteress, Jenna, by sleeping with other women. Well, so, there you go. So that's the main thing. But the wording would seem to imply that the other board members, right, who, Serge, Liz Gale, were also doing things. And he was like, I don't want to answer questions. Well, when you join a charity board, that's kind of what comes with the deal, dummy. Like if you join a massive charity, whatever it is, Obama, Clinton, Trump, you're going to get asked questions. Like, what did he think was going to happen? Oh, it's going to be magics because we're SPTVs. I don't want to answer any questions. Oh, there you go. Like, a super powerful cult. We don't got to answer questions. I was like, okay, whatever, King, whatever. And, people were like, oh, you need to watch. I did watch the whole video. And the main whole video where he's, okay, where exactly is Rinder involved? Again, I'm not defending Rinder. I'm just asking the question. What exactly is the Rinder factor? And the way, and he openly admitted this. I was like shocked at how brutally it's about the money, right? So everyone acknowledges his mother needs help. His mother is a victim. Okay, so that's where the agreement is. The dilemma is who is going to help her, right? We got to get down to business. Who's going to provide the money? And he was very clear, I don't want to hand over the money. Yes, it's my mother, but I don't want my mother living with me. Okay. So, Rinder needs to fork over the money. Okay. You have to see how mind-blowing this is. Well, this literally is a Jenna Miscavige dilemma, right? This is the Miscavige family. So you would think, logically, as a matter of law, you're even alleging that Jenna's family is responsible. Go to Jenna, work out an agreement. Jenna has money. Jenna's parents allegedly have money, right? So where is Rinder really involved? It's like Rinder's literally a secondary party. It's like, oh, he saw the abuse but did not act upon it. Okay, but then even if we go through the lawsuits, wait, why don't you sue the person directly responsible? That doesn't make any sense. And so he's literally trying to extort Rinder, say, hey, give me the money or I'll keep bringing up, you saw this abuse and, you hurt my mother and et cetera, et cetera. But then you're like, anyone with a brain is going to be like, wait, you're on the board. Jenna has always been on the board, by the way. Like, this tragedy crisis involves your board member. Why don't you talk to her? And if this issue is really that alarming, why are you not criticizing her for doing anything? So you can say, well, Jenna was very young, she was very innocent, da 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 da. Yeah, it's still the Miscavige family, and she's using that family name to make money. Everything here is being monetized, right? The book Jenna wrote, it's not free. So there's just like this alarming gap where these ex-members are having all these factional fights, but they don't even add up. Like, if they want to hate Rinder, sue Rinder, whatever, well, just go ahead and do that. Like, if you think you have enough legal grounds to sue Rinder, just sue Rinder. But he didn't even do that. So it's like, it just seems... And like, what did Rinder do? And apparently... And I found this hilarious. So basically, Rinder was on tour selling his book. So Mike Brown got upset, like, no, you need to help me put out videos making me money. What about me, Rinder? So it's like him not doing something. Okay, well, if that's the crime, Aaron would be guilty, Jenna would be guilty, Serge would be guilty, Liz Gale would be... There would be literally dozens of people that would be guilty for not, quote, helping him out. And I found this, like, super insane, because Aaron is clearly making money from these videos, right? And Mike Brown was on a Aaron video, from my memory, just a few months ago. So, this is not hard to add up here. Either Aaron's making no real money from the videos, where's the money going? Against YouTube, I gotta say, for alleged reasons, okay, fine. Allegedly, maybe that is what Aaron is doing. He's just spending all the money on drugs and alcohol. Allegedly. Okay, well, that's his choice. So it's like, none of this adds up. The president of this alleged charity, which still is not providing much information where the money goes, okay, is making some money. Talk to him. If the issue is here not performing a certain duty or obligation, Aaron is guilty. So according to this logic of this argument, he should be paying money too. So there you go. And Jenna has money too. So what's the problem? If the issue is he needs money, this is brutally simple. He wants the money, and he wants Claire Headley and Rinder to pay him. Okay, so be it. But then why not ask Aaron and Jenna? And it's like, well, we kind of know the answer. They're not going to give him the money. And we're trying to find a trick to get out of, like, well, why are you asking them but not them? And it's like, oh, well, Rinder was in the apartment. Jenna's father allegedly did something. He needs to pay up because this will embarrass Rinder. Well, I think we're getting, and again, I want to be careful with genetic fallacy. I don't want to do that. We're getting a pretty strong picture that most of the Miscavige family is full of basically very corrupt, greedy, vicious people, right? Including Jenna. So, I mean, I don't even know where to begin. We're presupposing now Rinder gets all the guilt, Jenna gets no guilt. And it's not just Jenna, right? Jenna's brothers. This is a large family. What about Ron Miscavige? You know, you go through the list. Who got out of Scientology. It's just like, this thing is just keeps compounding and compounding. We just keep getting more and more info that the Miscavige family, for the most part, obviously there's going to be some, thankfully, some exceptions to the rule, is just a big mafia. It's just just criminal enterprise. So Mike Brown is not outraged. A crime is committed, or even his mother's the victim. He just doesn't want to pay the money. It's like, okay, that's still your mother. But like, yeah, but you know, I don't want to pay for that. Mother? Why me? Because that's your mother. I mean, that's like insane to me. A guy, sir, you know, when you go into the military, you get benefits. I've known people who went into, you get real benefits. Like, it's not a small amount of money. So even with a job and all these military benefits, he's like, I need more money. Okay. There are even programs to help the elderly. Right? And it seems like, and there's a very like obvious like thing, which by the way is outright criminality, where I think he's hinting, well, Claire Headley has all this money in the bank account with the aftermath, why don't you just slide over that account money to Mike Brown? Because that's illegal, right? Charities can't do that. That's quid pro quo. That's like, there are laws about these things. So it's like he's basically just asking, which is the sheer hilarity. He's simultaneously saying Mike Rinder and Claire Headley are breaking the law, but hey, I'm okay with that. Just break another law. Just steal from the charity, hand me the money. And oh, by the way, that's what I find really hilarious about this. We have no guarantee if he gets the money, he's going to give the money to his mother. There's no guarantee here, guys. He could literally just get the money and just keep it. So where are we going with this? This just seems like the biggest nothing burger of all time. Like, the root problem here is that a large swath, I mean, we're talking about the majority of the ex-Scientology community, is just filled with grifters. And these grifters have had stories and, the trauma and, oh God, I'm a scavenge, I'm crying on camera. But then you actually look at the stories carefully and you just think through what they're saying, right? And they're mostly lying, so you have to double check everything. And once you verify what can be verified, it's like nothing here adds up. Why would I give any money to Jenna? She's a criminal and a moron and a grifter. Why give any money to Mike Brown? Same thing, moron, grifter. And some of these people are genuinely victimized, like Miriam Francis. But even in that case, we're ending up at the same place. They're just idiot propagandists and criminals. Why give them money? And there you go. It's like, we got to find a magic reason, and it becomes the Miscavige family, which is what I find peak hilarity here. Right? The usual magical trick is we blame Miscavige. But now, that's running out of power, so now we blame everything on Mike Rinder. Well, this literally reminds me of Weapons and a lot of horror movies recently, where, wow, it's like this big, scary tragedy, all these crises and all these cults, and we gotta wrap it up. So it's like, what's the thing? Oh, it's an evil witch, it's an evil wizard, it was this evil cult leader. We explain everything through that. Okay. So we're back to square one. Yes, but none of that obligates me to give you the money. In fact, knowing the track record now, giving you money will make things worse. You're just going to create another fascist cult. And that's what keeps happening. Right? The ex-Scientos that get a lot of money and power create new cults. So, no, that's just dumb. So should we help Mike Brown's family? Like, at least his case is more crystal clear. Yeah, Mike Brown's mother is in trouble. We need to help her. Mike Brown is not part of that equation. But the tragedy is, to put it mildly, well, how do we help her directly? That'd be nice to know. But Mike Brown is going to let us have that access, so we're like, well, there you go. We're just going in a circle because I don't trust Mike Brown. I don't trust Mike Brown with any money. So, and she's really old, so this is a real, genuinely sad dilemma here. But again, this is the dilemma. This is just such a corrupt culture. No one with a brain should be handing money to these people. Period. But we are where we are. So it's a tragedy, but I don't see the case here for handing over the money because we have no guarantee it's going to go to Mike Brown's mother. So that is where we are. That is where we're. So now he's gotten rid of some of these videos. I guess we're going to have a new propaganda drive, and Mike Brown will reform, redem. He'll create a new cult. We're going to have SPTV Foundation #2, whatever. But I'm seeing through everything here, and it's really simple. It's a scumbag son that feels bad. His mother is sick, and like, oh my God, I don't want to pay for the hospital bills. I don't want her living with me. God. Right. Well, there you go. When you have a mother who takes care of you, shocker, you should take care of her when she's in need. Most normal people recognize this, but apparently Mike Brown's like, that's so unfair. Yeah, it's unfair me having to tolerate all this stupid propaganda too, but that is life. But there is a genuine tragedy with her mother. There is a genuine tragedy with the mother here, but yeah, Mike Brown is trying to exploit people's stupidity and ignorance, but I'm not stupid, I'm not ignorant, so no, he's not getting any money. And that's what it is. And there we are.